American people, but I cannot support a president that wants to murder an entire civilization of people.
Right, and you called for his removal through the 25th Amendment after that threat. When you look at the polls, I wonder what your reaction is when it comes to MAGA Republicans, people who identify as MAGA. 9 out of 10 support this war, and that's pretty consistent across the board.
It's mainly the baby boomers, Republicans that watch Fox News all day, every day, are the ones that are primarily, mostly supporting this war in Iran. However, it's the majority of Americans, especially 50 and under, that do not support this war.
In the past 48 hours, Marjorie Taylor Greene has called Donald Trump the Antichrist. She has called for Donald Trump's impeachment. She has called to invoke the 25th Amendment. She has called on all of her MAGA friends or former MAGA supporters to not pay their taxes in order to stick it to Donald Trump. And she has been rallying MAGA supporters to continue to leave Donald Trump. She has been doing this all on social media, as well as media appearances that she has made on CNN.
But Americans are furious for many reasons, and they don't want to pay taxes. Number one, they're tired of the national debt. We're nearing $40 trillion in debt, and this is what the government has done to America. But there's many more reasons. They don't want their money sent off to foreign wars, foreign causes, to pay for regime change in foreign countries that they've never even been to. And Americans are tired of the fraud. They're tired of the waste. They're tired of the abuse, and they're tired of no one being held accountable.
This is Marjorie Taylor Greene's revenge tour right now. And let me just bring out the receipts and show you what she is doing, especially leading this boycott against Donald Trump by telling Trump supporters not to pay their taxes, because today is obviously tax day, whether we like it or not. But she is saying the way to really stick it to Donald Trump is that nobody should pay their taxes because of how he is affecting everybody. Here is a real post from Marjorie Taylor Greene saying that it is Antichrist spirit. It is more than blasphemy as Donald Trump continues to attack Pope Leo XIV. She also posted on Orthodox Easter, Trump attacked the Pope because the Pope is rightly against Trump's war in Iran. And then he posted this picture of himself like replacing Jesus.
President Trump, in his most threatening social media post yet, warned a whole civilization will die tonight, adding that he doesn't want that to happen, but it probably will.
The president's post also said maybe something, quote, revolutionarily wonderful can happen. On Monday, he detailed the consequences if an agreement is not reached.
Every bridge in Iran will be decimated. Every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again.
This comes after last week's post of his tirade on Easter and then threatening to destroy an entire civilization. She wrote, "I completely denounce this, and I am praying against this." Then she goes on CNN with Caitlin Collins, and she is asked, "Do you really think that Donald Trump should be removed from office?" And she says, "Absolutely. This guy has got to be removed from office." Then she goes on to talk about Donald Trump engaging in blasphemy and how he needs to be removed again.
People to be murdered. When he talks about a civilization, he's talking about every man, woman, and child in the country of Iran to be killed. And for an entire civilization to be killed, innocents, the innocent lives to be wiped out. And that really
Then she made an entire documentary on her social media channels telling people not to pay their taxes. Now, I am not going to play you a long clip, but I want to give you a short flavor of her rallying Trump supporters not to pay taxes right now. And here's what she said. She said, "Due to recent events, it has become evident that we are not voting our way out of this. Americans across the country have been calling for a national tax revolt, having tired of their taxpayer dollars being spent to fund endless wars, endless scams." You know, when I reflect on the Trump administration's behavior also in the past 24 hours as well, you have got Donald Trump's Energy Secretary Chris Wright saying just because we are heading in the wrong direction does not mean we are heading in the wrong direction.
I work out on occasion. As little as possible.
I work out as much as Penny works out, which isn't much. No, I work out playing sports. I like sports. And this stuff is terrific. But I like golf. I like tennis.
When do you want you come here with me?
I'll work
for
out with
workout.
her. I'll work out
Okay?
with her anytime she wants. I'll tell you.
Okay.
What is your advice to Alicia?
Well, I don't think Alicia needs much advice. I will say that last year, before I owned the Miss Universe contest, I went to the Miss Universe contest last year. It was in Las Vegas. And I felt that Alicia was one of the most beautiful women I'd ever seen. It was incredible. And all of the folks that were here agreed with that.
And then I saw this footage unearthed right here as well, just to show you how Donald Trump has always treated women his entire life and the way he has engaged in these misogynistic stunts. And you know, it is always important to call him out. It is from 1997 when Donald Trump held a press conference as Miss Universe. Alicia Machado worked out on a stationary bike as Donald Trump mocked her weight and said she had gained too much weight to be Miss Universe. And then he did this whole press conference calling her obese. I mean, this is who Donald Trump is. He has always been this way. And you know, it is shocking to me that people are just kind of seeing it now, but I suppose better late than never. Seeing a bunch of other MAGA people joining, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is posting right here, for example, you have this right-wing commentator, Dave Smith, who voted for Donald Trump. He is part of the podcast space. Here's what he had to say. Play this clip. Okay, so then, like, if that is not bad enough, then he posts the thing of him as Jesus this morning. It seems almost like he is working to destroy his legacy, his presidency, and his coalition. And then he is like, I have never seen anything like this before, where a president is trashing all of the people that got him elected. It is kind of remarkable. But, you know, if you think about what this is the equivalent of, like, this would be like Joe Biden trashing Rachel Maddow, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, you know, like just your people's favorite people. Between the four of them, those might be the four biggest conservative right-wing shows in the country, and he just trashed all of them. And they also kind of represent almost like the spectrum, because, you know, Megyn Kelly and Alex Jones are very different people. It is all the way from Fox News to InfoWars and everything in between, and he just trashed all of them in the most. It was Trump. It was kind of funny, I guess, in some parts of it, but it was so petulant, and it just looks so bad. And then the reaction of all of them has essentially been to laugh at him. And I just have never seen anything like this before, where a president is trashing all of the people who got him elected. And it is all so transparent. Look, here are the rules, okay? Donald Trump requires 100% loyalty, and he offers absolutely none. That is the deal. And you know, you just demonstrate that enough times, it is like, all right, dude, then who the heck wants to work with you? Like, this is still a bit of a free country. And all four of those people have the option of not supporting you if they do not want to. So why should they? But, you know, and then he says also, I think Donald Trump wants the Democrats to sweep. Donald Trump does not really care anymore about anything. This is what they are saying in MAGA world right now as Marjorie Taylor Greene leads this charge. Here, play this clip. And look, Donald Trump is 80 and he is rich and he does not have another election coming up. And frankly, I do not think he cares much about it. I think Donald Trump would be quite happy for the Democrats to sweep everything after he is gone. I think he would prefer that over seeing some other Republican star rise. He would rather be like, yep, I was the only one who could do it, and all the other guys were always second-rate compared to me. I do not think he cares about the country or any of that at all. More from Dave Smith over here talking about how Trump is attacking Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and all these people here. Play this clip. He came out the other day and by name trashed Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones. And I have to say, I have just never seen an act of political self-destruction quite like that. And as someone put it, this is a mega disaster. Here is what Donald Trump's most fervent supporters have to say about his war in Iran. Play this clip. Trump ran on no regime change, no more stupid, senseless wars, no more wars, no more wars. We are now getting the exact opposite. We find ourselves bombing Iran. This is a mega disaster. We are blowing people up with drones and missiles. 13 dead Americans. MAGA went from being America first to now it is America last. The war is costing $1.9 billion per day. America has gotten poorer. Gas prices are starting to skyrocket. Diesel is at $6. Milk, bread, and eggs. It is going to cost substantially more money. How does this benefit anyone? We are destabilizing the globe. You do not threaten to wipe out an entire civilization, committing war crimes every day, changing stories every 5 minutes. He is a liar. He is completely losing his mind. He is a coward for doing this, and that is going to be his legacy. He looks really unhealthy. His belly has swollen up. His calves are swollen. The Antichrist is president. Then Candace Owens says that Donald Trump is under demonic influences. Let us play this clip. Trump is very clearly under demonic influence. I think Paula White probably put a spell on him of some sort. I mean, he is surrounded by, ironically, the very thing that he accuses me and Meghan and Tucker of being, because we are calling for peace. We are calling for peace. And he is like, these people are nut jobs. And then he has people like Laura Loomer, who has been placed on psychiatric holds as his #1 advisor. She is like, I am advising him. You have got Paula White, who is telling him he is akin to Jesus Christ, which is absolutely blasphemous. And he thinks these people are totally sane. Again, very scary to be that far in the bubble. He is so convinced of his own invincibility. It is completely unhinged. There you have it, folks. We will keep you posted every step of the way. Hit subscribe.